Welcome to the Women's Cape.
That is so not fair.
Stole it right from you. Right after all.
We're not even
mine.
We're not even in London, and she's stealing things.
Oh no, because she just wanted to be. You saw we were over there with some posh people.
We were.
She just wanted to be like extra, and so I stole it right out your mouth. So anyway, I'm Jade.
Dang, everyone's straight into introductions. Wow, we're moving fast.
We're getting
people.
We're getting it together.
All right, I'm Winona, or maybe I'm just moving really, really slow. Everyone's been telling me I've been moving slow since I got back. And
because we're jet lagged.
Oh, well,
because we're jet lagged.
I'm gonna go with that. Can't you tell by my hair? I am obviously jet lagged or jet something.
I mean,
something is lagging.
I have these bags, but whatever. That's life. We're gonna get that girl. So, Winona, what's been going on with you?
Oh yeah, I was in London, and we interviewed great people.
Yes,
you guys have got to check that out.
We're
gonna put up the audio soon.
Yeah, probably by the end of next week.
Yep, definitely the end of next week.
Definitely by the end of next week.
We were there with TV people, band people who did the entire world.
Less the United States.
Minus the US. Because apparently we don't like the music they do.
And it was awesome.
It was some good music.
Wasn't it awesome?
It was good music. Anyway, it's like the new Beyonce move sort of thing. I would dance, but I ain't got no rhythm. So there you go.
No, we were making that up. So you guys, listen. You know we are the co-founders and the co-authors of the And I Thought Ladies and the And I Thought series. And I thought divorce was bad with other life lessons. And I thought being grown up was easy. And I thought I could juggle it all. And I thought I did my journey alone. See, I almost messed it up, but I didn't. So I'm proud.
Yeah. If you go to the one before this, she actually does. She goes, and I thought I did my journey. And I thought the journey. And I have to make fun
jet
of
lag was a thing. What is wrong with you? You know I'm so jet. I'm so tired right now. I can't even say anything.
I can't even make fun of it.
It's available on Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, and WeThought.com. And there we will sign it, send it to you. Y'all have a horrible handwriting and everything.
Actually, at this point, I believe anthropologists are calling them
hieroglyphics, because you can't talk because we're jet lagged.
That Egyptian stuff.
Okay,
so it's not about us, right?
No, it's really not about us. But first, I needed to make it right back about us, because some people are wondering, what is this And I Thought series? What is it all about? Well, they're anthologies, but we like to call them guides to life. But you can check us out on the Chrissy B Show, and I totally say that. Yeah, I do. I sound so smart. But you guys aren't here for me. You're here for our wonderful, wonderful guests.
Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes. Hi, ladies. How are you?
We're doing well.
I am really enjoying watching you too. My name is Lynda Brown, and I am the publisher of the Invisible Enemy series, and also the producer and the host of the Author Chat Show. My online platform, such as you ladies have, where we promote authors and help you guys get your books out there.
Wow. And you know that each and every one of y'all listening right now that are author are trying to figure out how to get on that show. No, I'm joking.
No,
she'll let you know.
So
watch the whole thing and you'll figure it out. It's kind of like getting a carrot at the end of the stick. You literally have to, get to the stick first.
Absolutely.
I might have said that backwards.
To the end of the stick.
Yes, there you go.
That's what she meant. That's what she meant, you guys. It tells you jet lag is a thing.
So tell me, how did you get started on the Author Chat Show or your business in general?
Okay. Well, it all actually came about when in 2010, when I published my first book, The Invisible Enemies. And I knew that I had to find an audience for my book. Thank God for the internet, okay? Because I actually started my secular business or career working for an advertising company when I came out of college. And when I tell you the fees at this company, I work for a major advertising company. And just to put a 30-second commercial on is just astronomical. And newspaper print, same thing. You really had to have a lot of money. So advertising for any type of small business, especially back in the, and I'm going to kind of date myself on here, back in the 70s, 80s, even into the early 90s, was really expensive. Then the internet, it comes up with social media, a great way for people to get their information out there about your books, company, whatever products or service that you wanted. So after my book came out, I knew I had to find a way to again bring an audience to my book. So what I did was I decided to. My son actually told me about Blog Talk Radio, and when I used to sell real estate back in the '90s, I took advantage of the cable companies offering local access channels to small businesses or entrepreneurs. And I had a TV show when I was a real estate agent. So I thought I'd bring the exact same concept to my Blog Talk Radio show. And it actually kind of came about. It's really kind of funny how it came about. It was really just a way, like I mentioned, to kind of promote my book. And then on Facebook, a friend of mine that I went to high school with, he had actually wrote a book. So he had saw, a couple of my little shows there, listened to a couple of my shows, because at that time it was audio only. And so he hits me up on Facebook and he goes, "Hey, I just wrote a book. Can I send you a copy? And do you think I can maybe come on your show?" Like it was a real thing, and talk about my books. I said, "Oh, sure," So he sent me a copy, and it was a great little short story book. And we kind of reconnected on Facebook, and I, of course, set up a little, interview for him to come on the show using social media and promoted it. And it went really, really well. And that's how the Author Chat show was born in October of 2011. And we're evolving. We're kind of using the same type of platform you ladies are using, where we went from audio to now live streaming video.
So you have been doing this for 5 years.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow.
Right.
Ask a silly question.
Sure.
Yay,
Of course, there's no such thing as a silly question until I say it, and then you guys deem it as silly. But my question is, what is your most memorable guest? Because 5 years is a long time.
It is. The one that I like to talk about the most is I received email, or I think it was an email from LinkedIn from a young lady in Johannesburg, South Africa, that had listened to my show and wanted to know if she could come on and talk about and be a guest to talk about her book. And I was just really blown away.
Wow.
And that made me realize really the power of social media, because you actually are reaching the entire world. Anybody that has access to the internet can actually listen to my show. And authors, anybody that's written a book, no matter where you are in the world, you can actually be on the Author Chat show, just like I'm on these ladies, their show. It's just an amazing thing. So that's my most memorable moment so far with the Author Chat show.
Oh, that is
absolutely.
So cool.
I can totally see how that would totally stick into your mind. So you think that your son helped you out and you got on Blog Talk.
Right.
How did you feel? How did you feel when he said, "Well, you could have your own radio show too, Mom"?
Exactly. When I went to the platform to take a look at it, I'm like, okay, I know this is going to cost me an arm and a leg, to do this. And I was really stunned to see that it was actually free. And he left that part out, because he's sort of like me, got really excited because he actually does an online show where he's a horror movie critic. Has a very big following, right? And so that was the first thing that really surprised me, that it didn't cost me anything. Now I've used the paid platform, but I really found that I really didn't quite need it for my show. Now for other people, that might be the best way to go. But I've also then expanded when Google Hangouts came out, with Google Hangouts on Air. So I experimented with that for a while, but the authors were basically demolishing my show because they weren't following the instructions that I would send them on how to log in. And so, and we're streaming live. And so we had a lot of mishaps. I should have ran a blooper reel. It was just that bad.
We know. We started on Google Hangouts on
Right.
Air.
Okay.
So we eventually got a 9-step email that went with it that literally said, "Turn on computer." And we went down like that.
But it was all good. And you know what? It was all a learning curve.
Exactly.
A pleasure, because as every guest, they bring something different to our show. And so we were happy to have them, but also we were like, wow, okay, so communication is key.
Oh,
So
absolutely.
everyone out there, communication is key.
Right,
Say what you mean, say it clearly so everyone will understand. And sometimes, actually, we recently had a show about this maybe 2 weeks ago about how you feel like you're insulting someone's intelligence, but you're actually not if you explain it down to a level that they will understand. So sometimes you just have to be like, okay, do you know what I'm speaking about? No? Okay, let me explain it. Let me explain the explain.
Right.
This happened to us yesterday because I said, oh, just put the Zoom app on your iPad. It's not a problem. And I turned around and they were like, what's an app? And I was like, what? Oh.
Another biggie that I find on my show, and I've learned to just laugh about it now, is so what time zone am I in? If you're at Central Time, so what, like, really?
Yeah.
And I actually interview a lot of nonfiction authors who have PhDs, and I get the same question. So
It's interesting.
It's very interesting. And
yeah. And and you're right. You have to be very careful that your Janet Jackson, this nice nasty doesn't come out like you ever heard of time and day calendar, dude? You might want to, but you just politely say, well, that would actually be 11 p.m. your time or 11 a.m. your time, and really.
If you get Australia, have you got Australia yet?
Yes, I've had a couple of offers now from Australia. Yeah.
West Coast Australia.
It's been interesting.
It's been interesting.
It's been interesting.
The one thing I can say about my authors that do live overseas that way, they really accommodate me because they go, okay, I'll get up at 6 o'clock in the morning because I'll be broadcasting at 10 a.m. in the morning, or vice versa, or 6 o'clock in the evening. So I can't even, they don't even interrupt my time. Now with the first lady was Johannesburg, South Africa. At that time I was broadcasting at 11 p.m. Central Standard Time. So we did have to adjust the show schedule for her because I think it would have had her up like at 1 o'clock in the morning.
That would have just been wrong.
That would have been horrible.
Absolutely right. So it's been a wild ride, ladies. And like I mentioned to Walona when I spoke with you the other day, I'm 58 years old. I was laughing with a girlfriend, and I still really work a full-time job. So I'm doing this while I'm still, single lady, out here, grandma too. So
was that to let everybody know that's watching this that, hey, you single
lady.
All right, cool. Just
grandmother to Christian woman, so all the scrubbers don't even try to apply. But it's great to be able to because I dreamed of doing things like this back in the 70s, 80s with because I've always wanted to be a writer, and to be able to see something like this happen right here in my dining room, which is my / office for right now. And to be able to chat with you ladies and to see you and to know that it's being broadcast all over the world is absolutely mind-boggling for a 60 baby, So just imagine what you guys are going to be able to accomplish down the line with your creativity and your ingenuity.
Okay, so first of all, I don't think you recognize this show is a silly show. We're silly.
Yeah, very silly.
Are we silly?
Yeah,
I'm silly.
We're not as silly as we normally are.
Because we're tired.
Because we're stupid tired.
Jet lagged. I mean, jet lagged.
Yeah, but that's great to have a show that can make people laugh. I love you. You really entertained me while I was waiting for you to bring me on. So that's awesome. You have to catch people where they are.
Oh, that's great. Then I'm so excited we could do that for you. But literally, I mean, the jet lag is real. But you said that you had a series of books.
I do.
Can you tell us what your books are about? What motivated you to write them?
Absolutely. And since you've let me know that you have kind of a silly audience, this is a perfect audience to talk about my books because it is a Christian fiction series, but the way that I advertise it is not your mama's Christian fiction, okay?
Oh.
I grew up in the 60s, as I mentioned, and I'm a huge sci-fi fan. I'm a geek for sci-fi, right? So in book one that aren't quite common what to say, when you how to combat the strategies of
Fun ride. I've never heard of a deep fun ride before.
But as we know, as our show, sometimes we get deep, but it's still fun, as everyone says. And
right.
you guys out there, if you are very interested in those kinds of books, please check that out on Amazon.com and all your major bookstores.
Right.
Also, check out your author chat show.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I guess you can tell we're running out of time.
We are running out of time.
And just to give the times of the Author Chat show. The Author Chat show airs 4 times a week. Sometimes I try to give myself a break. Tuesdays and Wednesday mornings from 10 to 10:30 a.m. Central Standard Time, and then 5 to 5:30 on Saturdays and Sundays Central Standard Time. So again, if you're interested in promoting your book with a live interview, contact me at theauthorchatshow@gmail.com.
Not just promoting your book, if you actually want to hear good books, ranging from everywhere from kids' books, right?
Oh, absolutely.
All the way to nonfiction.
Right.
Check her out.
We all need to have literary minds.
Exactly. And we promote romance, and we'll even do some erotica if the covers are not that suggestive. You know, if I can feel comfortable promoting the cover.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Nice to keep in mind.
Nice to keep in mind, you guys.
I mean, we don't do erotica.
No, we don't. Well,
we do the smart people books.
We do anthology, or like we like to call them, guides to life, which is a great, perfect segue.
Woo!
Segue to our books. We are co-authors and co-founders of the And I Thought Ladies and the And I Thought series. And I Thought Divorce Was Bad with Other Life Lessons. Please don't dissemble my thing today. And I thought being grown up was easy. And I thought I could juggle it all. And I thought I did my journey alone. These are all available.
Wait. Go ahead.
These are all of it. She doesn't like to make money. All available on Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, and WeThought.com. We will send you out your personalized copy with our hieroglyphics because you know our handwriting is bad. These are all guides to life. People call them anthologies. We call them guides to life.
You know, I am taking this off for just one thing because you guys remember in 3 days we get to hear if this is actually being nominated or not. So we need all positive thinking so that we can get nominated. Really need the positive thinking. Also, we also need the positive thinking so we can get our own television show. We need that one as well.
There it is. So you guys, just remember that wisdom is all around you if
you're open to finding it and accepting it. And I got that right.
Yes.
What?
Peace and love from Jade
and Winona.
Bye-bye.